Mathematicians, physicians, politicians, atheists, etc. deny God or decide to just patronize. Hey, they tolerate Christianity as just a social matter. To bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Hey man, check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians, because the mysteries of God's plan are nonsense to carnal man. The master say walk by faith, never to extrapolate, cause he's too great. I know he's too great, and I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken to the root, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, his word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. Oh man, true government is when God leading the leader, instructing the leader. We want a government that's tried and true to represent me and you from the Christian crew. Without a word from God, what we gonna do? We want a man from the chosen few. Oh, 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 oh. Somebody love somebody. That is when God leads the leader. It was always true messengers of God's salvation who ruled over the earth's political fate. Oh yeah, but now thanks to the emergence of secular humanism, they separating the church from the state. Ask King David, Joshua, Samuel, Solomon, all these great folks. The new government without God is guesswork. Without prophetic words to guide, the leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation, my congregation.
Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Let me tell you something, Pastor. Reform is the answer.
Right.
And let me just get into it, if you will allow me, just a bit. Because oftentimes people have many questions because of lack of understanding. People do not know in Trinidad that a municipality, the 14 municipalities in Trinidad, cannot spend more than $300,000. If Arima Borough, Port of Spain City, San Fernando City Corporation want to buy a car that is more than 299,999 cents, they have to go to central government for approval and funding. If they want to do a contract that is more than 300,000, they have to write to central government and wait for funding from central government. If they meant no, for example, I have projects that are being done in my district right now that were approved for the last fiscal year. Why is it now being done? People talking about, oh, it's only because it's election, you're seeing things done now. No, the only reason why you're seeing works taking place now is because central government has only now released the funds to the corporation so they can now spend it.
Right.
So central government is the problem that keeps the delivery of services. Further to that, you talk about property tax, the reintroduction of property tax. Apart from the allocation of local government funds in the national budget, the Minister of Finance has indicated that $50 million additional will be paid from the property tax collected for the various municipalities to be used, as you're saying, correctly. So apart from the government budget allocation, local government will have an additional $50 million to their disposal for works and services. People calling me and saying, Councillor, we have bulk waste all over the community. Why is the bulk waste not being collected? When I make a call, the trucks It need brake pads or brake shoes. Why? Because we have the money for it. These are the reasons that people say now excuses that services cannot be done. Under the reform, that will not be an excuse.
Right.
And there's a third element to the reform, to remove local government and give more autonomy and responsibility for the services that we have to offer. We talk about property tax as additional funding. But what about accountability, Pastor Google? Who, with this additional money, doesn't that pave the way for more corruption? No. Because with the new and establishment of the the Office of Procurement Registration.
Yes.
That is the independent body that is going to be, we are going to be accountable to. They're going to be audited. For example, people saying, well, when they're going to implement this reform is so large in its scale, you cannot stop today's work and open back tomorrow under reform. But reform has already been implemented in phases. So one of the phases that has been implemented is any contractor that is being paid. And when we talk about contractor, you might think about persons doing work, whether it's paving, drain work, whatever. No, I am talking about the simple act of a municipal. That provider must be registered with the OPR.
Right.
So we know that these people are legitimate. Why we want to know that they're legitimate? Because they're paying taxes.
Right.
We want to know that we are collecting revenue that way. But not only that too, people don't understand under the OPR, when a contract is given and persons would apply by way of the tendering process, when the contract is awarded to one of the contractors under the OPR, the other losing contractors have to be written and told who won the award and for how much money. And there is a 10-day period before the contract is executed or begins, where any one of those other contractors can lodge a complaint for investigation. We realize, well, how this contract awarded to these people and they have no equipment, let me say as an example. Do you know that the contractor that has been awarded, or if they do shabby work, has to pay back the taxpayers' money that was paid for that job, or come back with their own funds to remediate works in the municipality that sign off on the job is liable for criminal charges. You talk about accountability.
That is what we want, and that's what people want.
We're talking to Pastor Google, an evangelist of the reform,
right,
to educate and bring the level of understanding as to why. This is not about PNM. This is about resident citizens of Trinidad through the 14 municipalities of improving their lives and the government services that affect them. This is about improvement.
And you will not see that under the UNC.
Who? Where? Huh? It's not under nobody else.
Right.
Let me just talk about UNC. It's not under anybody else. No other party that is vying for the local government, any local government seat, has proposed a position to improve the services. So hear what them saying, effectively. Vote for we, and we will continue to have untimely delivery of services. If there's an emergency, we still have to wait for local government to get money. What is the solution?
Right.
What is the solution?
And the solution is local government reform.
Amen.
Right. So tell us, I want you to know that we understand, that you understand local government reform very clear.
We understand clearly that Councillor Mirage is innocent until proven guilty, but these allegations have resulted in inferences that significantly tarnish our august body.
The argument from the PNM councillors in the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation as they call on Komoto Tamana councillor Anil Maharaj to resign. Mr. Maharaj was arrested by officers of the Anti-Corruption Investigations Bureau on July 15th for allegedly demanding $15,000 from a contractor attached to the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. Police say Mr. Maharaj, who is the chairman of the corporation's finance committee, committed the act between January and June 2021. The PNM councillors now want UNC leader Kamla Prasad Bisesa to step in to take the necessary action if needed. Councillor Gil Joseph adds that 3 motions were filed at the corporation on Friday, including a motion of no confidence in the councillor, a motion to revoke him as Finance Committee Chairman, and a motion for him to resign.
These motions require a simple majority to be carried, and yet we expect good sense will prevail from the remaining 11 members of the council, particularly the chairman of the corporation.
Ms. Gail Joseph says they intend to bring the matter up at an emergency statutory meeting soon.
Although the date or the commencement date for the special statutory meeting has not been called or has not been set, but we intend to raise the matter tomorrow in an attempt to put a bit of pressure on the chairman of the corporation, because at the end of the day, this is not something that we can expect a delayed approach on.
Councillor Anil Maharaj appeared virtually before a Port of Spain magistrate on Friday and was granted $130,000 bail. The matter was transferred to the Sangre Grande Magistrates Court and was postponed to August 4th. Sonolala, TTT News.
Been spoken out against insufficient funds at the corporation says it's an embarrassment.
But what has happened also is that when you go to the bank now with a check from the Spire Regional Corporation, they either have to call the accounts department to verify the sum of
authenticity
the check
of it,
and authenticate the check.
Yeah.
From that, I understand that there's a listing that goes to the bank with all the payments that it made. So they have to leave the teller's counter and go down to the bank.
3 fraudulent checks were issued last year.
This was a couple of months ago, long before the Christmas. They go to the bank. So one of the aldermen went to the bank with a very small amount of money and find it strange when the teller tell them to hold on, and they went to check public signatories, and then that's what I raised you at court. That is something that never happened.
Police have confirmed that they are investigating the allegations and have already seized the documents from the corporation.
All the new gospel.
There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested.